So we used to live outside, remember that? I've been thinking about this thought constantly because we did used to live outside and outdoors. I started going outside a lot. I bought a bike, and genuinely this might be one of the healthiest purchases I have ever made in my entire life. I just ride around my city. No grand destination, no productivity goal. I'm just pedaling around looking at buildings and thinking, this tree is doing numbers. This is great. And I have met some of the coolest cats riding around looking at buildings. It's just been fun. I see somebody fixing their car. I walk up and say hello. Somebody's walking their dog. I say, how you doing? I see some kids playing basketball, and I lose 21-0 because I'm horrible at basketball. An old man sitting on his porch, I say hello. He tells me about his life for 12 minutes, and I keep pushing. I'm usually very physically tired and weirdly refreshed mentally whenever I do that. My brain feels significantly quieter. I have also noticed that I am covering way fewer current events on this channel lately. A lot of that stuff has moved toward my side channel, Just Saros, right here, because I genuinely do not want every waking hour of my existence dedicated to knowing what horrible thing happened 12 minutes ago. I want to ride my bike. Think about the progression of human civilization for a second, right? We lived outside, and outside kept trying to murder us, so naturally we built shelter. Completely reasonable. Then winter showed up, and we said, okay, walls. We need walls, right? The summer showed up, and we invented air conditioning and said, actually, outside can rot. I don't really care about that. Then walking somewhere took too long, so we made cars. Cooking took too long, so we made ovens and microwaves and refrigerators and toaster ovens and air fryers and 17 different machines to specifically designed to produce potatoes. You guys ever have a potato peeler specifically? I have this chop thing downstairs. I don't know what's up with it. I keep using it to make different kinds of potatoes. I'm trying to remake the tornado potato that's been going around. Every time I go to an Asian street mart, I try the tornado potato. I'm trying to remake that. It's very difficult. Washing clothes sucks, so we made washing machines. Going to the store was inconvenient, so we made delivery. Talking to somebody across town was inconvenient, so we made telephones. Talking to somebody across the pane was inconvenient, so we made the internet. Then computers were inconvenient because you had to sit down at them, so we put the internet inside of our pockets. Every invention individually makes complete sense. Humans spent thousands of years removing friction from existence, and I think we accidentally removed ourselves from all of this existence too. I've said this a multitude of times, but your nervous system does not understand why you are receiving information about 14 wars, 6 celebrity scandals, 3 political crises, your friend's breakup, somebody else's medical emergency, a natural disaster 4,000 miles away, a stranger calling you stupid within the same 20-minute period. Your brain just knows something is happening, and something is always happening. Studies on heavy social media use have repeatedly found associations with worse sleep, anxiety, depressive symptoms, loneliness, and lower well-being, especially when the internet becomes compulsive rather than this intentional thing that you do. Because if you're not intentional on the internet, you're just compulsively checking your phone every morning, it becomes really, really bad. And obviously the internet is not a magic depression machine that always makes you depressed. It's always just sad all the time. You remove serotonin molecules from your skull every time you open up Twitter. No, cause and effect are very complicated. Lonely people can spend so much more online time because they're, you guessed it, lonely. There's something profoundly unnatural about having thousands of human beings psychologically present around you every second of the day. It is disgusting to see that. If Kevin from another village hated you, you simply never knew Kevin existed. But Kevin can quote tweet you. I did not know all these people hated me until I got on the internet. Then I discovered that hundreds upon thousands of people despised my guts. How about you focus on the positive? This is a poison mushroom. I want you to look at this deeply. It looks delicious to me. As a matter of fact, if I was a caveman, I would have probably said that this is the delicious mushroom. And then I would have eaten that mushroom. And then Unga Bungus would have said, I know not to eat that mushroom. I would have been a free experiment. Our brains are wired to have negativity bias so that we can stay alive. That's why you love interacting with negative content, because your brain is specifically biologically wired to focus on negative stimuli. Did you know that? Spending time in nature is almost comically simple. It has such comically simple benefits. You know what they are? Lower stress, better mood, better attention. Want to know how I'm able to make these without a script? That's because I'm outside all the time. I don't rely on things. Physical activity keeps and helps cardiovascular health up to tip-top shape. It helps sleep, cognition, anxiety, depression. The list just keeps going, honestly. Even relatively short periods around green space has been associated with improvements in well-being. And every time I read stuff like this, I laugh. Scientists have basically spent millions of dollars discovering that human animals enjoy enjoy, I don't know, seeing a tree. We have researchers measuring cortisol and blood pressure and cognitive performance while some ancient ancestor is hunting the laboratory and saying, yes, the forest is good. We established this approximately 200,000 years ago. We did that already. This is not new information. There's even research behind concepts such as retention restoration. Natural environments seem to give this kind of directional attention we constantly exhaust a chance to recover. Seeing a bird or some greenery or the ocean can legitimately help you. Seeing a TikTok and an argument can cause such destructive detriments to your brain. I think our biggest problem is that being outside forces you to experience reality at reality's actual speed. So this is my problem here. I have a 2,000 download and a 200 upload. I have 2 gig internet in this household. The internet is fast. You scroll, you get murder, joke, advertisement, dog. Oh, that's awesome. Political collapse. Somebody made pasta, war, meme, divorce announcement. Scroll. Your emotional state changes 27 times before you finish taking a poop, right? You're taking a number 2 and you're actively feeling like you got to do a number 69. You got to 86 yourself. 86 yourself is what it is. Why am I saying 69? You don't got to, thinking about pooping 69 is disgusting. I don't know. Oh my gosh, gross. Outside does not operate that way. A tree takes years to become even slightly impressive. The sun takes an entire day to cross the sky. You ride 3 miles, and 3 miles actually takes 3 miles. You know how long 3 miles is? You know how long 3 miles is when you're going 10 miles every hour on a bike? You know that? It's a long time. It's like 20 minutes-ish to do those 3 miles on a bike. And if you're walking that, it's like an hour 10. It's a long time. It's a long time for me. You can't swipe upward and reach a new neighborhood instantly. Your body has to move through physical space. There is boredom, resistance. There are moments where absolutely nothing happens. I'm talking to you, Zorro. I've started realizing how desperately our brains need absolutely nothing to happen sometimes. Fun little experience happened recently. I was on an elevator and the elevator took exactly 12 seconds, but within the first 3 seconds, somebody pulled out their phone and immediately began to get anxious. I could tell they were exactly anxious. Now, I'm not sure if it was because of me or because of the elevator, but they said, oh, thank God, I was getting bored in there. And they left, and I immediately got my answer. The really beautiful thing about biking around has been realizing how much community exists completely outside the algorithm. The internet constantly tells you everybody hates everybody, everybody's divided, everybody's evil, society's collapsing. Then I go outside and some random guy can't miss my bike. Somebody waves at me, somebody asks where I got something, somebody needs directions, somebody holds a door, somebody laughs about something stupid. These tiny and meaningless and somehow incredibly important reactions, and all these interactions are very, very, very important to me. The internet disproportionately shows us extraordinary behavior because extraordinary behavior keeps us watching. The physical world is overwhelmingly ordinary. Most people you pass are just trying to buy groceries, go home from work, walk their dog, take their kids somewhere, smoke on their porch, exercise, or figure out what they're eating tonight. There is something deeply therapeutic about remembering that humanity is mostly boring. Boring humanity is beautiful. Nobody outside knows what discourse happened this morning. The squirrel has never heard of your problematic favorite YouTuber. He is completely free. This black squirrel, there are a lot of black squirrels in Detroit. This black squirrel is completely free. I also think we underestimate how much being inside has transformed our relationship with our own bodies. Right? So I am 5'6" and I weigh 165 pounds. I can run 6 miles. I can do 6 miles constantly. That is easy for me. I love working out. It is very fun to me. My body fat percentage, I believe, is at 12%, and I am in the top 5 percentile for health in the nation at the current moment. You can now work, socialize, shop, eat, date, argue, watch movies, play games, attend meetings, order groceries, and entertain yourself without traveling further than 15 feet. Your body has refused to transport anywhere. You don't do anything. If something happens that is outside of your control, you can easily adjust that, right? It's weird. Your body is just a nothing burger. Then you get on a bike, suddenly your legs matter again. Look at that, you're moving your legs. Oh, your lungs matter. Balance matters. Temperature matters. Wind matters. You notice the sun is setting. You understand hills. All the hills around you. This is amazing. Oh, this is good. This is good. Hills are my enemy now. I hate hills. I despise every hill that I've ever encountered in my entire life because they are my biggest op on the planet. You start remembering the geography of your city intrinsically. I drive better and no place is better because I'm biking around a lot more. It is really, really, really good because when I'm in a car, everything's basically a loading screen based on Google Maps. That's what it is. It's something grounding about remembering that you are an animal with muscles. use them. We have these gigantic philosophical questions about finding ourselves, and our brain desperately needs you to drink some water and right past a pond. I need you to do that. Now, I am not some profound philosopher telling you something incredibly new. I'm basically just saying, in many ways, go touch grass. But I do genuinely think we forgot how to go outside and to go outside. Technology solved enormous problems. Houses are great. I'm not advocating that everybody abandon civilization and then go ahead and, oh yeah, sleep underneath the nearest oak tree. I enjoy refrigerators tremendously. I am extremely pro microwave despite this video, but convenience was supposed to give us more life to live. Convenience became the life at some point. The screen is the destination. We built walls to protect ourselves from nature, cars to move through it faster, phones to connect us across distances, and then accidentally created lives where we barely experience the physical world. Those inventions were supposed to help us enjoy. Buying that bike reminded me that there is an entire universe happening approximately 16 feet from my front door. People are laughing. Birds are screaming for absolutely no reason at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I hate it, and it wakes me up every morning. Somebody's grilling something. Right now, actually, I can smell it. The sky is doing some ridiculous painting that nobody commissioned at all, and I'm very happy to see the sky painting something beautiful, and I get to interpret the arts of the clouds every single day. And I don't need a subscription to any of it. I don't. You don't need another productivity technique, another podcast, another self-help book, or another three-hour political live stream. Maybe occasionally, the ancient monkey operating the machinery inside of your skull is begging you to go outside and look at a tree. But I'm just some black cis male. Doesn't really matter what I think, does it, huh? Doesn't really matter. Anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out my video. I'm literally gonna ride my bike immediately after I make this, so that's what I'm doing today. If you guys want to see me get real physical, I will be at YomaCon. Boom, big reveal. I'm going to YomaCon. That's right. It's in Detroit, Michigan. Fun little event. Having a good time there. So at the end of October, give you enough time to prep. It's August right now. Birthday is on August 29th. If you want to help me for my birthday, I'd love a subscription to my Patreon. That'd be awesome. Love that deeply. But aside of that, thank you guys so much for checking out my content. I've been me, and I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyal low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.